Aldon Smith, defensive end, newly signed by the Seahawks, but the ink wasn't even dry yet. I was speechless. That's why you couldn't hear me. There we go. Can you hear me now? That better? There we go. All right. Helps to turn on the microphone. I was in such a state of shock. I forgot to turn everything on properly. Aldon Smith, newly signed for $1.75 million, announced it in the video last week. All of a sudden, there we go. Warrant issued for his arrest in Louisiana. Let me just read some of the details, okay? A warrant has been issued. This is from Mike Triplett at ESPN. A warrant has been issued for the arrest of Seattle Seahawks defensive end Aldon Smith for an alleged second-degree battery that occurred in the New Orleans area Saturday evening. They said that Smith allegedly choked a victim unconscious during a confrontation that began inside a coffee shop in Chalmette, Louisiana. The incident rises to second-degree battery because the victim was rendered unconscious. Victim was taken to a hospital, did not have to stay overnight. The alleged victim suffered severe injuries, and that an offender convicted of second-degree battery faces a fine of up to $2,000 and or up to 8 years in prison. Let's see. According to a news release from the St. Bernard Parish Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to a call for medical assistance, and when they arrived, they came into contact with the male victim who said he had been assaulted by an acquaintance of his, and that acquaintance was Aldon Smith. Let's see. Some of the incident was believed to have been captured on video. We'll find out soon enough if there is actual proof of this. That's a big part of it these days, obviously. Let me get to that point in just a second. Let me just see what other information is in here. Wanted bulletin was issued by the St. Bernard Parish Sheriff. Smith does not have a local address, but has relatives in the New Orleans area. Alina Dahl, does this mean we either get a discount on the contract or do we bounce him off the team? Hey, what's happening with my screen here? My camera got shifted. Whoa, that's just weird. Oh, you know what happened? My screen came down. Hold on a second. I need to fix this. Look at that. My set's falling apart. There we go. That's better. Everything going crazy here in Seattle. So let me get down. Let me just finish this report here. He has relatives in the New Orleans area. The Seahawks said, we are aware of the reports regarding Aldon Smith. Aldon notified us, and we are gathering more information. We have no further comment at this time. That's the Seahawks point. Aldon Smith's agent could not be reached, according to this article. And that's kind of the details there about that. Let's see if I can put this back to normal there. Okay. So what does that mean for Seattle and this agreement? The good news is it was, as I stated in my first mentioning of the signing last week, that it was a low-risk deal. So if this turns out, and that's a big if he turns out to be guilty in this situation, essentially they can cut him, and it could basically cost the Seahawks nothing, other than the loss of hope of something that could have been great this year. So it's not really bad news from a strictly football or team standpoint. For Aldon Smith, this is not good news, unless a situation can change tunes, much like it did for this guy. Aaron Donald. Remember last week we also talked about Aaron Donald in the round table at the very end. We mentioned how he was being criminally investigated because a gentleman whose name, let's see, what did he say? His name was DeVincent Spriggs, had hired a lawyer and said that he was going after Aaron Donald for criminal charges, saying that he was the one who beat him up during a nightclub or late in the evening up in New York. And it turns out that it was not him. Aaron Donald was not the one who beat up DeVincent Spriggs. Originally, he said that he did. And then security camera footage showed that he, in fact, did not do that. Aaron Donald did not beat up the man. So he apologized for it and said he was wrong who hit him. And what he said was, this is the statement by Spriggs, I wanted to make this statement public and to extend an apology to Aaron for what he's gone through, but I clearly know this was not him, said Spriggs' attorney. And Aaron Donald's attorney says that it was Spriggs who started the fight by swinging a bottle at Donald and causing others to jump on Spriggs, and that Aaron Donald actually tried to save Spriggs by breaking up the fight. So we have to be careful in this day and age where we find out these headlines and video clips and accusations. They just pop up and boom, we just immediately assume that they're guilty, right? Just kind of somebody said so. But obviously we still need to remember there's a justice system. There is burden of proof. There's a legal system. So we just got to be careful here. So again, based on that Aaron Donald thing, who knows? Maybe there's still yet facts to be determined. That's why this is simply a warrant for his arrest, because the alleged victim claims it was Aldon Smith. But got to let this thing play out, see what happens. The unfortunate thing here is Aldon Smith has a checkered past. He has a record for multiple situations and violations. Aaron Donald, from all I know, he's got a squeaky clean record. So it kind of goes in line with Aaron Donald, not really part of his character. Aldon Smith, kind of part of what you get with the bill of goods there. So very disappointing from a Seahawks standpoint. I really did think that he was going to come here and things were going to work out, that he turned his life around. Well, we'll see, but maybe he hasn't. And, it seems like it's very easy for, one night, one incident, one bad situation, one too many drinks, one guy in the wrong place, right time, or wrong place, wrong time. There's something just real unfortunate can happen with all this kind of stuff. Someone swinging a bottle at somebody, and all of a sudden you just don't even plan on doing anything bad. It just something erupts in self-defense. You punch somebody, and all of a sudden that guy's suing you or taking you to court for criminal charges. So we got to be careful. We got to be careful. Athletes got to be careful, because they're going to be targets no matter what, because everybody knows who they are. And so they're going to be more likely to be gone after, because they know that these guys are famous. They got money, and they can profit off of an accusation. So they got to be careful where they end up hanging out and what they do, because they are targets. We as the media, we as the public, media too, but we as the public have to be careful about jumping to conclusions, because again, too easy to just read the headline and assume guilty as charged. So we will find out soon enough. We'll monitor this situation with Aldon Smith and see if it comes to fruition, to see if he really is guilty of the charges brought against him. Hopefully it's not, but we shall find out. We shall find out. Very disappointing, though, especially if it does turn out to be the case. So much promise, so much possibility, but time will tell. Time will tell. All right. Just want to give you a quick update on things. I am planning to do a Madden live stream later this evening, and I also have another announcement to make, which I'll do shortly after this one. So a lot of quick little updates, and then back to the Madden sim later tonight, the usual time, around 5:15, Monday Night Madden. Kind of excited to show you what I discovered playing Madden over the weekend. So click up here if you want to check that out, because it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Start of the week. Crazy, crazy. All right. Later, guys. Talk to you in a little bit. Go Hawks.